Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about something new and exciting, at least for me, and that is menstrual cups. I have never been a menstrual cup user. I've been an exclusive tampon user since high school. I haven't even touched a pad since then. They really gross me out, just the whole idea of them. So I've been a purely tampon user, even at night, which I know maybe you're not supposed to do, but it's always worked fine for me. I love tampons. I think they're awesome. I know exactly when to change them out. I know my whole routine, so I'm really comfortable with tampons. So this will be a new adventure for sure. So starting off, this is the kind I got. I got the Lena menstrual cup, and I think I got the size small because that's what they recommended for like normal flows and first time users, and I figure I can always get a larger one if I need it. This is going to be a live unboxing. You're seeing it here, folks. If I don't make a fool of myself opening this. Okay, open here. It says open here, so I know I've got this down. Oh, comes in this little box. I already love this. I already love this. Obviously I got pink. If you can't tell by my room, my favorite color is pink. Ooh, and it comes with a little bag. Oh, this is it. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, so it looks like this. Very interesting. You know, when I look at this, just looking at it, I'm like, I don't know. It's not the smallest thing ever, but it's also not the largest thing that's ever gone up. You get what I'm saying. Let's take a look at the instructions because I have no idea what I'm doing. Ooh, gosh, I hope I don't need to read this much. Okay, there are 3 different fold types it gives me to try. One is the 7-fold, which I think looks like this, like the number 7. One is a punch down fold, which I think is like where the front is more folded than the back. I don't know really. And then the C fold, which is a C. I got this one. I don't know if that's a backwards C for you, but yeah. Ooh, that's a very satisfying pop. So I guess you fold it, you put it in, and then you pop it open and it just suctions and sits there and it'll keep everything in there. I'm really excited about this. Also says to boil it in water before first use and between uses, and I am still waiting for my period, so I am gonna go and do that so that it's ready to go when my period arrives. Just boiling my menstrual cup next to the broccoli, as you do. Look at it bobbing around in there. I finally found something that I'm good at cooking. Okay, y'all, it is time. Disclaimer, it's been about 2.5, 3 months since I filmed the intro because I just didn't get my period for a while because I just got off of birth control, and so my cycle is all messed up. And then I was at the beach and I didn't want to try this for the first time at the beach. So it's December now and I'm going to try this. So wish me luck sticking this thing up my... Okay, I'm back. It is in. It took me like 5 minutes to get it in, maybe. It was easier than I thought it was going to be. I pretty much just folded it and stuck it on up there. Definitely harder than putting a tampon in because I'm so used to that, but hopefully it will get easier. I can't tell if I can tell that it's there because I like have cramps, so I already feel like weird. I feel like maybe like when I bend over I can tell. Weird, but there you go. So I guess we'll see as the day goes on if it gets more comfortable, if I notice it, or if I just forget about it. And I don't really know when to check it. I guess I'll check it in a couple of hours. I'm definitely more nervous about taking it out than I was about putting it in. So we'll see how that goes. I feel like I should probably be wearing a panty liner or something in case anything goes wrong, but I hate pads so much that I won't even do that. But I'm wearing black underwear, so if anything goes wrong, that's okay. All right, I will keep you posted and let you know how it goes in a couple hours. I just peed with a menstrual cup in for the first time, and there was no wet tampon string. Kind of amazing. I kind of love that. And it went fine. Nothing shifted that I know of. There were no leaks, so all's well. It's been about maybe 2 hours, so things are going well so far. Okay, it's time for me to take this out. It's been about 4 hours and I have to pee, so I'm gonna take it out. Wish me luck. I did it. I've taken it out. I cleaned it, I put it back in. It went okay. It wasn't as horrifying as I thought it was gonna be, and it wasn't as full as I thought it was going to be either. So I think that I can wait longer to change it next time. So I probably won't check it again until I go to bed, but it's only day 1 and my flow is lighter on day 1. Day 2 will be the real test. It's certainly not like the most fun thing to put in and out. Like you really gotta dig in there. You really gotta know yourself intimately. And then putting it back in, I just went full throttle. I probably could have been more careful, but I was like, no, I've done it once, I can do it again. Ah! So it's up there. Okay, folks, I am getting into bed. I just dumped out. I don't really like saying dumped out, but I don't know how else to describe it. I just took out my menstrual cup before bed, and it had been about 8 hours since I changed it, and there was still plenty of room for activity. So that was exciting, and I cleaned it out, put it back in, and I'm gonna go to bed and see how it makes it through the night. A smart person would probably put a pad on, but I like to live on the edge, and I also don't own any, so I'm just gonna wing it and hope that it all stays put tonight. It went well today, so I'm thinking that it will. And if I regret that decision in the morning, I will let you know. Good night. Okay, it is the next morning. When I woke up, I could tell that it was probably full. I don't know, you can just tell these things, you can feel it. So luckily I didn't leak it all or anything like that, but I went to the bathroom, and when I took it out, it was a bit of a crime scene. Honestly, it was a crime scene, but you know, it held up. I don't think it would have held up if I had been walking around. I think only the gravity of me lying down to sleep is what kept things from spilling out at all. So, I mean, I had it in for probably 11 hours while I was sleeping. Yes, I sleep a lot. So maybe for overnight, maybe a bigger size would be better, or maybe I just don't need to sleep for 11 hours. I don't know. But other than that, I mean, it stayed comfortable, so that's fine. Yeah, but just quite the scene this morning, quite the scene. But luckily, just in the bathroom and not in my bed. Hello, hello. Hopefully you can hear me. My fan is on because I am about to go to bed, but I just changed out my menstrual cup again. I had it in for, gosh, maybe 8 to 10 hours, and it was relatively full, but nothing crazy. So yeah, it held up really well throughout the day. And you might think after last night's close call that I'll be more cautious tonight. Nope. I just put it back in, but I am getting up in 9 hours instead of 11. So hopefully all will be well, and I will update you in the morning. Okay, it is midday, and I just checked my cup, which I think was a good idea. It was relatively full. But yeah, everything stayed in place, no leaks, nothing. So it's going well so far. I haven't really been noticing it at all, so it's comfortable, which is good. Yeah. Another day down with the menstrual cup. It was easy breezy, beautiful today. Didn't fill up that much. I checked it halfway through the day, and I definitely could have gone longer, which is a familiar feeling. When you check your tampon, you don't check it because you take it out. You take your tampon out and you're like, dang, I could have lasted for longer with that tampon. That's kind of how it feels checking on your Diva cup if it's not full, or if it only has a little bit in it. But anyway, yeah, it was fine. I have to say I'm not loving the insertion process. I think I need to work on that, because right now putting it in still feels a little bit like losing your virginity. It's just oh, is this supposed to be going here and that feels a little weird and is that the right spot? And then, oh, you know what? I think that's fine. I think that's good. That's how it feels. Sorry if that's too graphic, but yeah, once it's in there, it's fine. It's just putting it in there is a little bit of a task. Okay, it's the last day of my period today, and we just got a call that a water main has broken, so we might run out of water, which isn't really great for using a menstrual cup. So that's something to think about, because you can't really like rinse it out or clean it out without water. So I am going to switch to a tampon for my last day, but I'm confident that the cup would have held up well today, minus the fact that if you don't have water, not so easy to use. I have completed my first menstrual cycle with a menstrual cup, and it went pretty well. I'm going to talk a little bit about what I felt about the comfort, the ease of use, and future menstrual cup plans. So first of all, in terms of comfort, I feel like a menstrual cup is maybe slightly less comfortable than a tampon. Definitely the insertion process and the removal process is more uncomfortable. Only slightly though, and not enough to deter me from using a menstrual cup. And I think that's something that would get easier with time, because I think the more you do it, the more you get used to it, you figure out the best ways to do it until it's probably no discomfort at all. Secondly, in terms of ease of use, I think the menstrual cup is really easy to use if you're at home. I don't think I would use it if I was like going to work or in a public space, or didn't have like a private bathroom area where I could like take it out, clean out in the sink, all of that. I know some people just like wipe it out with a tissue, but that would not feel clean enough to me. Like I want to run it underwater and make sure it's all cleaned out before I put it back in. So I don't think that, unless it was one of my later days, I don't think I would use it at work or out of the house on a day where I would have to change it somewhere in a public restroom, because I just wouldn't want to be at the sink cleaning out my menstrual cup when someone else is in there. So I think it's really great for at-home use or for some of those later days where you don't have to check it as often. But overall, it is really easy to use, and it does allow you a longer period of time between checking it than tampons do. Like with tampons, on my heaviest days, I have to change it every 3 or 4 hours. But this one, I only had to change it maybe one time within like 5 hours, and the rest of it I could easily go 8 hours. So there's definitely a longer period of time, and you can also wear it up to 12 hours, which with tampons I think you can only wear them 8 hours, which I do not follow that rule, sorry, because I sleep for longer than 8 hours, so I just wear it longer than that. It's a miracle I haven't gotten like TSS or something. You should definitely take that seriously. Don't take after me, do what I say, not as I do. But with the cups, you can wear them for up to 12 hours, which is better for the amount of time that I sleep, and is better just to last throughout a whole day. But again, on like my heaviest day, that I still had to check it. But on my other days, that 12-hour period is more than enough to fill it. And I only had to change it maybe once a day and then once at nighttime. And then at my latest days, I only had to change it in the morning and at night. In terms of my future plan for the cup, I think I will continue to use it, but again, I don't think I'll use it outside of the house. It'll be at home only, which I'm not going anywhere right now, woohoo, pandemic, but I don't think that I would use it out of the house, like I said. And I think I might actually trim the stem on the one I have a little bit, because I do think it sits a little high and it's slightly uncomfortable, and the stem is like a little too long. So you can do that, obviously not when it's in you. Take it out and then trim it, because the stem is just for like kind of getting a grip on it, but you don't like pull it out by the stem. You really pull it out by the base of it. So I think I might do that, and I think I will explore other ones, because maybe other brands are slightly more comfortable or have a better shape for my vagina, like who knows. So I think I might be sold on this. Like I do feel really good about not wasting and putting more trash in the world. When I think of how many tampons I have bought and used, and the shipping that goes behind that, and the packaging, and the fact that they're plastic applicators and that's plastic in the world, like I don't feel great about that. And I do feel good about just having a cup that I can use for, I think, a long time. I do feel really good about that, and I do like not like having a trash bag full of tampons. If you're flushing your tampons, by the way, do not flush your tampons. That is really bad for the sewage system, really bad for your toilets, bad for everything. You're supposed to throw them out. BTW. It's kind of gross to have a whole bag of like bloody tampons. So I do love that, you know, this waste from the cups just goes in the toilet and then it's gone. So it is cleaner in that way as well, even though you do get your hands a little dirtier, literally. Overall, I loved the cup experience. I am going to continue to use it, and I'm really glad I tried this. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll be putting out a lot of other content. So make sure to subscribe, and if you like this, give it a like. Thank you. Talk to you later.